Hello everybody, welcome to Championship Match Week 34. Yet another set of games coming at you, and yet another midweek set of games coming at you. And let's quickly cover last week. So, last week, Liam had 3 points, I had 5. So, the total is 211 for Liam and 216 for me. So, without further ado, let's get on with this week. And the first game that's coming at you this week is Blackburn versus Bristol City. Liam, would you want to start this week?
I think Blackburn are going to go back-to-back 1-0 wins because the road clouds are very clearly on the way. And will they escape the drop come match day 46? The way they're going, yes, but I wouldn't be surprised if their form soon falters. So 1-0.
Yeah, I think Blackburn showing some really good form lately. And I just think this was a lot tougher to call today compared to other weeks. In terms of this, I think it'll be a narrow one. I wouldn't say Blackburn are out of trouble yet. But they're certainly well on their way. But for this week, I think they will lose here, 2-1. And now there's another game which is hard to call in my opinion. Hull versus Derby. Hull doing very well this season. Derby doing very well this season. Derby top of the away form, and both teams either in or fighting for the playoffs. In terms of this, I think I know Derby lost on the road last time, and I think they will lose again on the road here. 2-1 for Hull.
I don't see a winner from this one. Hull back to their old selves, conceding for fun, and Derby are just not playing well. They've only played well for about 45 minutes in the last two games, and that was at home to Swansea. So I can't see anything past a 1-1.
And now for Middlesbrough versus Leicester.
Now, Middlesbrough drew at home to Oxford, which is not a good look from an outside point of view. That was a 0-0 as well, so a decent result for them in Oxford. Leicester came back from 2-1 down at Stoke. Will they do the same? I think they'll be on the way to do the same, so I'm saying they'll fall short 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's against Stoke, who have been out of form, but to show that sort of comeback display, and so unfortunately be taken away from 3 points quite late on. I think those were the sort of games you probably would need to hold on if you want to survive. Now they head on the road to Middlesbrough, who also had a pretty poor result for their standards, so I feel like both teams would want to put their last games right, but I think Middlesbrough will probably edge this one out for me. Middlesbrough 2, Leicester 1. And now on to Swansea versus Preston. Swansea, I feel like, again, they're a hit and miss team, but they did win last time. And I think I have a feeling that they'll have another home win, to be honest. I'm going to say 2-1 to Swansea.
I initially had Swansea to lose this, but I had to remind myself since Matos' first game in charge at the end of November, they lost that one, but they haven't lost since. So I thought Preston could maybe get a much needed win, but I am going to give both sides a point, 1-1.
Alright, and now for Watford versus Ipswich.
Well, if Watford have their scoring boots on, this could be a very, very good result. They could very easily score say Watford will win this one 2-1.
Yeah, I think obviously last time around for Ipswich was a pretty poor result, but you can't ignore that Watford, apart from the game against Derby, was out of form. But to finally get 3 points is massive for Watford and could definitely be a massive confidence booster. But I think Ipswich will show their quality here and edge out a 2-1 away win. And now for West Brom versus Charlton, two teams who are currently in the relegation fight. Charlton a few points up from West Brom, and West Brom desperately need their win and soon. Otherwise, relegation will be a definite. Um, I look at West Brom and I think, what sort of opportunities are there to pick up a win? This is one of them. But I just think I have a feeling that they won't win this one. I think it'll be. I feel like it'll be a draw, 1-1.
0-0. Charlton to be suited to this result more than West Brom.
Yes. All right, and now for Wrexham versus Portsmouth.
Well, Wrexham certainly had their shooting boots on, as I mentioned, against Ipswich, who are far higher than the majority of teams in this league. I think this will, despite the two back-to-back away wins, I think this will be a harsh reality check. 3-0 home win.
Yeah, I mean Wrexham, very strong home display last time, scoring 5 against probably one of the best or the best team on paper in the league against the Portsmouth side, who until the last two away games looked very bleak. In terms of this one, I think it'll be I think it'll be close, but I think Wrexham has a little bit too much quality for to show for Portsmouth. 2-1. And we go back to the south coast here with Southampton versus QPR. Southampton got held against Charlton, and QPR they won last time, and I think that this one it could go either way, but I think I'm going to go with a narrow Southampton win.
I'm waiting for the scoreline.
Ah, sorry. 2-1.
I'm going to sit on the fence with this one. I'm just going to say 1-1. I think Southampton will be tough to break down at home as their form is currently on the arm. QPR, I think, they'll be a bit disappointed if they don't win this one, considering their impressive win at the MKM, as they call it nowadays. So 1-1.
Alright, and now for Millwall versus Birmingham.
No, I didn't back Birmingham to even score at Norwich. I'm going to go against my word on Saturday. I'm going to give Birmingham 2-1.
I mean, despite their last result, Millwall are still in good form and high flying in the table. I just think Millwall will come back. I think it will be another away loss for Birmingham here. 1-0 for Millwall. And now for Norwich versus Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday have been relegated now, and I guess they can play with less pressure. I think it's just a bit of pride now from this point. I think their goal is to get 0. I think with this one, I don't know. I just don't see anything but a comfortable Norwich win. I know it's a broken record with Sheffield Wednesday, but I just think I think they'll be comfortably beaten here, 3-0.
I've just literally thought I'm going to give Sheffield Wednesday a goal because in the second half at Bramall Lane, once they scored, obviously Sheffield United didn't go down to 10 men dry. But once they scored, they were pushing. So control. And I'm not going to reduce my goal count for Norwich. I'm saying 4-1.
And speaking of their Steel City neighbours, Sheffield United versus Coventry.
I am actually fancying Sheffield United for this one. Not because Coventry. Not because anything of Coventry. I just think Sheffield United will fancy this one. Um, they could have done a bit better against Wednesday, but I think they will be up for this because they played the majority of the second half with 10 men, and I just feel that this will be another spirited performance. I'm going to say 2-1.
Yeah, Sheffield United on the up in the table now, but Coventry also hitting some form, which is vital because they are starting to. They've gone back to the top of the league. They're starting to pull away from Middlesbrough again. Maybe it was just a blip, and now Frank Lampard's Coventry, as the media say, um, are well on their way to a Premier League promotion. But you know what? For this sort of game, I don't know. I just feel like this would be a stumbling block here. I'm gonna agree actually with fancying Sheffield United. I'm gonna say 2 goals to 1 in favour of Sheffield United.
I feel like my scoreline has been copied, and now if that's a good result, I won't feel so proud of it.
I read your mind before this. I want to try and get over you. Just gonna do the same scores every time. If I do that, I win. And lastly, last but not least, we have Stoke versus Oxford.
Well, out of all the games to, I don't know if it was me first of all. Out of all the games to choose for the 8 o'clock kickoff on Wednesday, I don't know why they've picked this one.
Hmm.
Um, do you want me to say my score?
Go on then.
I'll just say 1-0 Stoke.
Yeah, I think Stoke need to find a win if they don't want to be pulled in potentially to the scrap. Kind of Stoke's form right now kind of reminds me of Preston last season. Um, but a win will make them a lot more likely to be safe. Oxford, a good result last time against Middlesbrough. Don't get me wrong, but it's still not a win, and they need a win. I mean, you can get all the points you want against those in the top 6, which is good results. They are good results, so fair play to Oxford. But I just, they just struggle to get wins at the moment, and ultimately that's going to be their demise. Because obviously, even if their relegation rivals only win 1 game out of 3, and Oxford draw 3, then there's no progress made. Unfortunately, I just think Stoke will win this one, 2 goals to 0. And now we move on to score of the week. I have decided to go for a Middlesbrough player, and I have a feeling he's done well this season. 11 goals so far, and my pick is Morgan Whittaker.
I'm doubling down with Sheffield United. I'm saying Andre Brooks.
Okie dokie. So that is it for yet another set of fixtures, and we'll see you for 35. Goodbye.